Hi crafty creators! Welcome back to FlossTube! As always, you guys are such genuine gems for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. A big welcome back to my returning subscribers and viewers. You guys know that you absolutely make my day and warm my heart every time you drop a cheeky little like or write me a comment so that we can have a chat downstairs. It really just lifts my spirits every time I see one of those notifications come through. And a huge hi, hello, how are you? To anyone that might be new and have just found the channel. I hope you like what you've seen so far and you found a reason to stay and hang out with all of us. My name is Miss Chloe, and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to share my cross-stitching journey with you guys. Today it is a normal kind of cross-stitch day. It is just a little update for you. But you guys, how is it May? How did we get this far into the year? Up here, I'm still in February. I'm still writing February on things because my brain cannot compute that we are this far through the year already. This is faster than my dog seeing a brand new stuffed toy and running for it. And she's fast. Like, whoo! Where is this year going? Where is this year going? I'm actually really lost and a little bit concerned that I can't quite wrap my head around where we're up to in the year or that we're so far into it. I feel like it's just begun. I feel like it's just begun and it's almost halfway done. What is happening 2024? What is happening? What is happening? But I have done a lot of stitching, so that's good. That's really good. Today I have 5 projects that I've worked on in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to be sharing all of those with you guys today. 4 of them are new starts, which is going to be a theme upcoming because we're in May, which means it is time for May Mania. This year, May Mania is being hosted on one of my stitching groups, and it is being hosted out to a couple of different options. So I believe you can do 1 start and work on it all through the month, or you can do 15 new starts on 15 separate days, which originally that was my plan. And I was like, yeah, 15's manageable. That's okay. And then my friends told me that they were going to do the 24 for 24 option. And I fell down a little tiny rabbit hole, and now I have 24 different things to start. Oopsie-doodle. I have plenty of whips. I have plenty of things to work on. This will more than double my number of projects. So I think I'm gonna go a slightly different route. It's not going to be brand new projects completely. I am going to do my May Mania with some new projects and some new Sal portions, because thank you very much, Sean. She has made Sal's count as an option. So if you work on, say, part 6 of something, that's a new start, and then in a couple of days' time you can work on part 7, and that's also a new start because it came out in portions. So that's really exciting. That's going to get my butt moving because, as you know, I'm very behind on Sals. I've got 3 mermaids to start. I think I've got 3 Christmas Village ornaments that need starting, and they're all just sitting there because I don't feel the drive to do them right now. And that's nothing bad, right? It's only because I feel like I want to do the current stitch-alongs and keep up. And because those are already behind, they'll be waiting for me when I get back to them. But if I start them, and then I start another part, and this part's not finished, my brain is going to go crazy and tell me I have to finish this part, and then this part, and then hopefully this part, because I'll be close to done. So I'm really hoping that this month in May, I can get a whole lot of those parts started up and get some things grooving and moving. And then next month, I can have a small finishing frenzy for June. And hopefully just work each piece down until it's done. And then I will be all caught up. And then, of course, I can have a whole bunch of new starts because I'll have finished a bunch of projects, right? Like big starts. That's how that works, I think. Is up here. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully I can get through a whole bunch of things and it will just push me along my journey. If I am on a finishing frenzy, I will probably want to do some more things that have finishes or are close to finishes, so I can whip them all out from my, giant storage tub, and I can start actually whipping down to then whip back up. But we will see. We will see. I might have to do another whip parade mid-year for June just to find out where we end up. Because there will be lots of things that have, a few hundred stitches in them, a couple of thousand maybe, that'll end up being close to finished but not quite. So we'll have to see what we're working with when we go into June so that we know exactly what we're going to finish together. But I think that's enough banter. I think I should get into it and start showing you what I've done, because I'm looking at my table and I'm so excited about it, you guys. So excited. So first up, I'm going to show you my old favorite. My old favorite, you know who's coming out. She comes out once a month. Look at my scary sampler, you guys. Look at her. She is close up. So as you can see, I have now finished the border outline. I am so happy. I finished all of those flower outlines. I finished all of the dark green flower stalks and leafy bits. I started putting in the black for the alien head, and I took a little break from the green and red, and I did the black for the cat and a little bit of the roof of the house. But I'm really, really happy with how it's coming out. I absolutely love this piece. I love how tiny and cute it is. And I have started filling in the flowers. So my goal for May, when she comes back out on the 13th, so the 13th is the day that Amy and I start it, and we work on it for 5 days in the month after the 13th. My goal is to fill out these flowers for the next month. So I don't know if that will quite take 5 days. They are pretty stitch heavy because it's almost all orange. It's almost all orange in there, but it's a good time. It's an easy repetitive motion. I should be able to get it going quite well. And I think in the midst of May Mania, because it's not an official stitch along where it's released in portions, I can't use it. So we are going to have to try and fit it in around other things. Now you can see she is on a scroll frame. She is a chunky girl. This does mean that she is too hard to take to work. She does not travel in the car. She doesn't do very well. And for anyone that's wondering, this is a Lowry frame adapter that I have recently gotten to pin on the back of her, which just means that I can have the support arm move out and in as I like, so that I can get a little more support on the side of the frame and that my whole setup does not fall over, which, is preferable, because if my work ends up on the floor, I can't stitch. But I'm really happy with the effort I've put in and how much I've got done. She is now sitting at just over 20% done, and I've pretty much only done the border and the quote. So I'm pretty happy with that effort. I have been shifting along. I really love this piece. This piece is done over one, so it's 1/1, one strand over one square, and it is on a 28 count even weave from Zweigart. I believe it's light mocha. And I think it's just really darling. It's turning out really nicely. This has been a wonderful fabric to work on. It doesn't sort of do that thing where it slips through, so I must have started on the right side of the weave. It's very stable. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I cannot wait to get back to it later on this month as a reward for keeping up with my 24 in 24. But yeah, that's where she's at. Put her back up so you can have another look. On here, of course, we've got a small army of needle winders, because I do have a paper pattern for this one, as well as a digital pattern. Because my digital pattern came later. I couldn't get it to work in Pattern Keeper, and I'd already done a heap on it. And then my friend Liz worked out how to get it into Pattern Keeper and helped me out. Thanks, girl. So I still have the army of needle winders. As you can see, I use them to hold the floss colors I'm using. I use them to hold all my scissors. They keep everything on here that I could possibly ever need, including my little list of notes, which has what I think I'm going to be doing. As I'm going, I am going to change colors on this one. No surprise, Chloe made substitutions. I have already changed it a little bit. These guys had a different green on them in the house because the house comes here and it's all dark, right? So they wanted you to use a lighter green, but the lighter green is used on other bits, and I really wanted it to match this side here. So I decided to match them up and make them the same. And I'm going to do a few other changes. I don't think I want the dark green in the grass. I think I want a different green in the grass, so I might change that around. There is a willow tree, and I think I want to put a variegated green through that, so I might use some fancy floss, but I'm not 100% sure yet because I'm not up to it and I don't know what it's going to look like yet. But I am really loving this. It's been so much fun, and because the colors are not hugely varied, there's not a lot of different colors in here, I'm finding a lot of ways to personalize it and change some colors and just have a bit of fun, which I think is going to be really, really, really good. This piece, for anyone that is wondering, as I said, it is called the Scary Sampler, and it is made by Beth Twist of Heartstrings Samplery. Next up, I want to show you guys my little tiny baby start. If you were here last update, I told you guys that I was going to start the flying implements from the Hocus Pocus kit. And I did! This is 1 day's worth of stitching on it. Please excuse my needle in the corner. This is way too small to use a hoop and way too small for minders to go on. So I just stick it up in the corner, but that's okay because they're only little, they're a little bit of fun. So this is the flying implements. So we've got the broom, the mop, and the vacuum cleaner. As you can see, I only need to put in the broom head and do all my back stitching, and this one will be done. This is from the Hocus Pocus RP Minis Cross Stitch range. Much like Jack and Sally up here, they are from the same range. I also have one for The Office, and I'm getting one for Game of Thrones, and I've got some little cat ones and things like that. They're just really sweet kits to keep in your work drawer. As you can see, they do not take very long. Not at all. Which, when you only have a small lunch break, is a true blessing. True blessing right there. Because you don't have to think too much. You can just get it done. Get it done, and that's so nice. It's such a gift to be able to pick these up out of my drawer and just go with it. These are 14 count Aida. The threads came with the kit. They're not the best, but they don't shred very much, so they're decent to work with. They're just not as nice feeling as DMC. They give a really good coverage though, so I'm pretty happy with that. So next time you see this, hopefully it will be finished because it's already bugging me that I'm holding it up and it's not done. I need to put it down. It's bugging me that it's not finished because it is so close. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to just quietly pull that out one day and just get it all finished. And then I'll have 2 from the set, and I have 2 more to go after that. So I don't know if once this one is done, I should start the hair. So I've got the 3 Sanderson sisters hairs. They're all hairdos. They're all charted up. They're all charted up and cute in the book. So obviously 1 in each color, and that's all there is to that one. It's got a bit of back stitching, but it's not too bad. Or if I should do, I put a spell on you. So if you have a preference as to which one I should start next, drop it like it's hot in the comments below. Let me know. Because I like both of them very much, and I'm having a hard time picking, and I think that's what's taking me so long to actually finish this one, because I just don't know what I want to work on next, you know? So let me know, and whichever one you guys pick will be my start for Mania. I might put a poll up as well with the 2 photos so that you can have a really good look at the 2 side by side and make an informed decision for me, because I'm really bad at decisions. I get analysis paralysis and I sit there a lot. So if you guys can help, like, love that. I love that. But I am hoping to get that one finished very, very soon. So hopefully you guys don't get analysis paralysis and you can pick out for me. Because I would love to know what you think I should be working on. Next up, we've got another piece that I am so close to finishing. So close to finishing. It's a new start. It's really sweet. Look how little it is. This is Coco at Luke's from the Black Needle Society. Here she is, nice and close for you guys. As you can see, this one is on a greenish fabric. This is a 32 count linen, and I'm doing this 2/2, so 2 threads over 2 squares. And I have to give the biggest shout out to my girl Lara from the Pattern Queens. She's the Pattern Queens 3 on Instagram. I didn't know what I was doing. I told you guys in a video I didn't know what I was doing and that linen wasn't my favorite, but I believed in you and everyone can have a go at it because why not? She is such an angel. She is such an angel. She rang me and walked me through how to do this. She showed me the tricks. So there is a weave, and one way of the weave is loose and the other way is not loose, so your needle won't slip through the side. So apparently, I was just stitching wrong. I started in the wrong place, and that was why I was having such a hard time on my other linen piece that I will probably UFO, because not enjoying that. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm allowed to let go of one. That's fine. But this one, I have stitched all of this in about a day and a half. I have really loved it. Really loved it. This was actually my first Maymania start. She's cute, right? So this was my first Maymania start. And all that's left is the candy cane that comes out the side here, and the sprinkles in the hot cocoa, like in the fluff at the top, and the word Luke's, and it will be done. And then I've also got the full finishing kit for this. The full finishing kit. I am so keen to work out how to do this, you guys. It's from Lady Dot, and it finishes into a cute little ornament. And I'm so excited. I have really enjoyed this piece, and I was dreading doing it because it's on the linen. But I think that just goes to show, right? If you put the call out, the stitching community will support you, and you can do the thing. You can do the thing. I believe in you, like Lara believed in me. I am now fairly confident that if I got linen in something, I could know what to do with it and work it out and start it properly and get going and be really comfortable, because this has just been such a good experience and it's stitched up pretty quickly. I'm not as fast as I am on Even Weave, and I'm not as fast as I am on Aida, not by any stretch of the imagination, but that's okay. We all have to start somewhere, right? So eventually I'll speed up and it'll be really, really good. It'll be really, really good. But I'm so happy that this has opened up another world of fabrics for me, because I do have some linen that I've been gifted and I just quietly put it away because I was scared of using it. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. Ask for help. The stitching community is great, because every time I've asked for help, someone has come in and rescued me. They've told me what to do, what to substitute, how I can work around the issue. You know, there's always someone there. There's always someone there. And that's why I love the community so much. And I'm so big on making sure that you're part of the groups and you're doing all the things and you're playing the games and you're having a good time, because that's what they're about. That's what they're about. They're just chill people that want you to succeed. And how rare is that? To have people that you have never properly met, or that have just seen your videos online or your photos online and saw your caption and gone, I know how to help you. I can help you succeed. The amount of uplifting support is just insane from all of you guys. All of you. Like, I wouldn't be here without you at all. I probably wouldn't have this hobby without you guys. Like, I would have done it for a little bit, but what keeps me coming back is that I have stitching chats on a Friday night with some of my friends, and I meet up at the local library and I've made friends over there, and I have friends all over the world now because you guys are just so accepting and so lovely. So excuse my little rant there about how great y'all are, but it's true. It's true. I feel very blessed to be in this community, but it just goes to show, right? If you think you can't do something, put it out there and someone will help you do it here. Someone will help you. It's amazing. It's amazing. I am hoping to have this one finished because, again, It's so close to being done. It's so close. I think it's something like 200 stitches that I have left to do. So that should take me on linen just over an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I can't get my weave right. We will see. But I'm hoping to get it done and post it up. I am really, really enjoying this piece. Okay, next up I have a sale to share with you, and I'm caught up on it. You guys, I did it. I started a new sale part and I worked the whole way through. I got there. This is Vampirum from Nocta Flora Designs. Here she is, nice and close for you guys. Nice and close for you guys because she's tiny. Tiny little baby. This one is on a 28 count even weave called Violet Crush. It is from Sew It All Australia. And I originally intended to do this as a 2/2, but it just was not working for me. It didn't feel right, it didn't look right, I was unhappy, I couldn't do it. So I switched it up, and the bad idea bears, they invaded my brain and went, do it 1/1. Do it 1/1, it'll be fine. So I did. I sat at my work desk and I unpicked everything that I had done on my lunch break, and then I came home and I told my husband, and I sat there and I very proudly started her in 1/1. I worked through this in a couple of days. I think it was 4 or 5 days, maybe 6. I'm not 100% sure, but I worked through it and I got it all in. I was really happy with it. The only frogging I've had was to move it from the big size to the little size. And I'm really, really okay with that. Everything is where it should be. Everything lines up. Unfortunately, as I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, whenever I put something in a Q-snap, she ain't straight. I don't know why. I just can't seem to get the hang of put something in there in a straight orientation. Doesn't work for me. So she looks wonky, but those do line up. We are fine. So everything is okay, but I'm really happy with how it looks. I am absolutely loving it. I am stitching this one with 2 of my friends, Cora, who is over in Canada, and Amy, who lives locally. And I think it's just so much fun to stitch it with a couple of other people and see how you both progress and where you decide to start and all of those different things. So I like watching the designs grow as people stitch them in different orders, because the way I stitch it is different from the way that Amy stitches it is different from the way Cora stitches it. And I think that that's just a lot of fun to see. So you always start in the same spot, but where you go from there, it's very much choose your own adventure. And I love that. It's so much fun. So much fun. So I did start this a couple of days late. I saw it come out and I sent a message to the girls saying how excited I was and that we were all going to start it and it was going to be great. And I think I was the second cab off the rank. So Amy started hers first, and then I started mine, and then I unpicked mine, and then I restarted mine. And then I got on a stitching video chat with my friend Liz on Friday night, and I was powering into it. I was just hammering away while we were talking. And then after she and I were done on our chat, I got onto another chat with Cora, who I have a standing Friday night chat with. Hey girl. And I finished it. I was so excited to be there and get it done. And then I just sat there for the rest of the evening organizing all my floss drops. So I have this one completely ready to go. I cannot wait for the next part. It comes out, I think, once a month, which is pretty manageable, right? So this will come up for 1 rotation of Maymania because there will be 1 start in that time. So that's pretty good for me. And I'm just really happy with how it's coming out. I love that it's so small. I was hoping to frame this the same way I framed up Horrorflies last year. But of course, Horrorflies is on a 32 count and she's over 2. That was before I started living in my over 1 era. Thanks very much to the Scary Sampler. But I'm still really enjoying it and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I might have to look into doing some custom mats for this one because obviously it's going to have the fun shape. So I believe it's a coffin shape all the way down, which should be really cute. So if I can work out how to cut a mat to go in a photo frame to sit with this underneath it, I think that could be really, really cool. If you were doing this project, what color would you cut your mat? Because I have quite a while to work it out, because this is part one, but I have plenty of other parts that will come along. The color palette is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Wait until you see it stitched up into things. It's gonna be so pretty. I love Gretchen's color work. I always think it's so good. And I'm really excited. So this is my second Noctiflora piece. My first one, of course, was Horrorflies. And I had a blast stitching that one. It was so much fun. I did that one with my friends Amy and Liz. Again, it was just fun to see how we all stitch things slightly differently. I did keep up with that one, which was really nice. I think it was by the skin of my teeth, but I did it and I was really proud. So I'm hoping to keep up with this one as well. And because we are going over 1 instead of over 2, I am also really hopeful that Gretchen doesn't throw in any partial stitches, because I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I don't know what I'm gonna do then. But we will see. We will see. So that's what she's up to. She is going to go away for a while. I'm keeping this one in an 11 by 11 snap, because I think that will be big enough. I had originally organized a brand new 1711, which is my preferred size to work with for bigger pieces. But of course, she's not going to need it now that she's an itty bitty baby. Not at all. And that's okay. That's okay. But I'm so excited to be stitching this. I cannot wait to see what the next release is going to be and what kind of creatures we get. It was promised as vampire bats, so I'm hoping that we get a lot more like big bat wings and dark night creatures. I'm so keen to see how that one comes out. Okay, last up today, I have my final stitch along to show you. I am at 50% on this one, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. This is the Deadly Aquarium. This one's from Lola Crow. Like I said, I am at 50%, so I have a little bit more of the greenery in the bottom. I've got a couple seagulls. I think they go about here that I need to do at the top. I've got to finish the sign and all of the back stitching. And then these posts are thick boys. Thick boys, not thin boys. So I need to finish putting those in. Here is a close-up. So I need to finish putting those in. But I am at 50%, which makes me pretty happy. We were given, I believe, 6 weeks to do this, and it's just over 6,000 stitches. So that seems pretty manageable, right? 1,000 stitches a week. Seems doable. Until you remember that I completely spaced on doing it and I did something else. Because of course I did. Of course I did. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's out. But I still have ages to do it. And someone was just like, Chloe, no you don't. No you don't. You only have this many weeks before the first release. And if you haven't started it, that's going to be difficult for you to put in. Hey, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. And I got a little bit lost in it. So I picked this up and I started powering through, and then Vampirum came out. And I wanted to start that with my girls. So I got myself to 50% on this and then moved on to Vampirum. I'm pretty happy with the 50% I've done. I really wanted to do the grass at the bottom because my friend Jamie had done the grass at the bottom and it just looked so stinking cute. I had to do that. So Jamie, you are the reason I made it to the bottom of the frame. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I am stitching this one with a lot of people. A lot of people are doing this one. Mel Rouvray on Instagram is doing this. Our friend Stitched by Liz is doing this. Amy is doing this one as well. She's Amy in the Valley over on Instagram. Obviously, Jamie is doing this one. I have had so many of you guys chuck a message in my DMs to let me know that you are also stitching this piece. And I am so keen for those chats. So keen. I love that we can hang out and bond over doing this together. And I like seeing all your progress shots come up in my feed and in my chat rooms and all those things. It's just really amazing to see what you guys are doing and see how fast some of you are. Like, how? How are you so fast? Tell me your secrets. I need them for my competitive stitching days. But it has been really fun so far. It has been really fun. I'm hoping to get this one caught up. So I think we've got 2 weeks before the next release comes out. So in between all of my Maymania starts, I am hoping to get the frame done so that I can then sit down and comfortably be able to plot whatever part 1 might be. Because, right, this is what I've done. Hoping that part 1 is going to be like down here or up here. With my luck, it will be next to one of the thick boy columns that I have to count off that I have not done yet. Not at all. So I'm hoping to catch up just so that I can plot that piece really easily and just be really chill about it, because that would be a gift. That would be a gift because, right, my hobby is counted cross stitch. What is the thing I'm bad at? Counting. Numbers are not my friend. Numbers are not my friend. Somehow I always end up wrong. And because this piece is on a 32 count as 2/2, my chance to get it wrong just doubled. Because obviously you have to count 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and to get across your hole, right? 1 and 2. That's where she ends. Sometimes my brain goes on a little tiny vacation and we only count 1. But not for all of them, just randomly for like 2 or 3, and then the rest will be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and it will be fine. So fingers crossed I don't do that, because I've already had to unpick quite a few times on this. That tiara looking bit at the top, I was off by 1.5 stitches. So I had to take out half of it and do it again. It definitely gives me appreciation for people that grid. And every time I start a new sale, I'm like, maybe I should grid. But then it comes up to sale day and I haven't done that. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to start. It'll be fine. It's never fine. There's always something that's off. But that's okay. That's okay. We embrace the difference. We make it work. Because once it's finished, you really can't tell. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I am really excited for this one. I'm hoping for a lot of cool things like pufferfish and sunken pirate ships and maybe a mermaid or a dugong. That'd be really cool. I'm also hoping for a narwhal because they're the unicorns of the sea and I feel like I need him to be in here. Just one, please. So that could be really, really fun. I cannot wait to see what's in store with this one. I'm not sure how often it comes out, but I feel like it's fairly regular. Like, the greenhouse was that once a week, I think, and I did okay on that one. So I'm gonna have to keep looking at this. I am really hoping I keep up because I do love this piece. I love the Lola Crow stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm up to so far this week. I am gonna go now because I need to start my next Mania start, which today is going to be the Black Needle Society's Celebrate All Year sale. We got Strawberry Month this month and I'm so keen. It looks really, really cute. And I'm hoping to get that done too. We'll see how we go. So I'm going to start that one and then I'm going to start piling up all of my stitch alongs so that I can pull them out and get them going for my Mania. Wish me luck, you guys, because 24 starts in 24 days is a lot. It's a lot when you consider that my entire whip stash is 20. So May is going to be a big month for me, but I know you guys are all behind me, cheering me on, so I'm going to be okay. I'm hoping to get a lot of progress done on a lot of things and just sort of work my way through everything. So we'll see how we go. But until next time, you guys stay safe, you be happy, and you craft something beautiful. I'll talk to you really soon, guys. Bye.